Let's create a folder structure. What is important to know is that there is a plans and project file folder, which needs to be there by default because it determines in which directory you are going to create folders. If you look at this example spreadsheet, you see that in every row, a new folder is mentioned. So basically, if you want to create a folder under plans, you need to have here a separate row. And then if you want to create a subfolder in that folder, you need to have it in a row. You need to add here a row below. Here is also an example. So we are creating one folder in that folder, and then one subfolder, which is going into that folder, and then a separate folder. The good thing here is that you have 3 different levels and that you can name them however you like to be. As I said, the only thing which is important that the plans and project files folders have the same naming. Let's execute the script and show how that works. Here I'm in BIM 360. As you see here, we have number 01, number 02, which are projects which we have created before. Now we're going to create a new project, which is called 03. I'm copying this here. Then you can go into your spreadsheet and just paste it here. What is important is that the first line is the standard default line. Here we have 03. As mentioned, we're having the structure which we talked before. Now I can save it as a CSV file, download CSV. Then I just need to navigate into the sample folder, and I need to rename this to BIM 360 custom template. I'm going to overwrite that, what has been historically there. Yes. Now I need to move over to my folder of the script. Here I then need to execute the script. So we see the script has finished its tasks, no error messages here. Here, now I need to refresh BIM 360. And I'm seeing here 003. Now I need to add myself to be able to see all the changes. I'm making myself an admin so I can see all the folders. Right, add to project. Now I just need to refresh. And I would be able to access now document management. As you see here, we have now created the folder structure from the Excel spreadsheet. Also, if I now look at all the permissions, currently there are no permissions assigned because I only created the folders. As a next step, we're going to assign permissions to this existing folder structure. When we talk about permission levels, there are 6 different possibilities which you can choose from to give individuals or roles access to the specific folders. So the first one is view only, indicated with view. V plus D is view and download. U is upload only. V plus D plus U is view, download, and upload. V plus D plus U plus E is view, download, upload, and edit, and full is folder control. Here's an example how this would look like. So remember we had top folders which were called submission student 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until 6. And we had also 6 folders which were called student work in progress plus 1 which is called module information. So eventually what we want here is we want to have people who have the role SI01, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or the ones below, to give them different permissions. So essentially, if a student, John Doe, would have the role SI01, the student would see this folder here and would see that folder here. And if we assign as well to the student another role, which is called SA for student all, the student would be then additionally able to see all module informations. Let's shortly execute this with the script. I'm here in this template file. I'm selecting now this here, copy it, and you now have to go into your Google spreadsheet, essentially delete what was there before, and just paste over the information from the other sheet. What we're now going to do again is we're going to download this as a CSV file, and then we're going to overwrite the BIM 360 custom template, click save, yes. Let's navigate back into the sample folder from the script. Now let's initiate the custom script again. Let's review these settings, if these settings have changed in BIM 360 directly. In BIM 360, what I now need to do is I need to refresh. And what you can see here now is that the permissions have been added to all of the top folders as we had them in the script. As a next step, we're going to add folders to an existing project. As you remember, we had here project files, then we have this folder already exists. This folder also already exists, and here is a new folder which is called Revit template, which we're gonna add to student 001 to student 006. Here we are in our sample Google spreadsheet. What I'm now going to do is I'm copy this one here, and I'm gonna move this into, in my case, it's a separate tab, but you would need to copy it in your Google spreadsheet. I'm pasting it here. Now we're gonna save it as a CSV file, download, CSV. We're going to overwrite the BIM 360 custom template. Yes. And now what we're going to do is we're going to initiate the script. The script is now completed. Let's see if these changes have been applied to our BIM 360 project. Let's shortly refresh the browser. You can also use F5. Here you can see our new folder, which is called Revit template, and that has been applied to all the work in progress folders. Finally, you don't need to execute these steps separately. You can also do it in one batch. So In this example here, we have basically combined everything together. So we have here a new name of a new project. Then under the plans folder, we're having folders created with these permissions for these specific roles. Here we have created top folders, subfolders, and another hierarchy of subfolders. And the top permission is given to a specific role. And this is executed throughout. And here we have as well a top folder whose permission is different to a different role. Let's shortly have the script execute that. I'm copying now this section here and I paste it into my separate tab. In your case, it would be a separate Google spreadsheet. Again, click File, Download As, save as CSV. Then override this BIM 360 custom template. Click Yes. Successfully has been downloaded. Let's navigate to our project setup tool folder directory. Here in our sample folder, I have to click now on the custom batch file. The script has now finished its work. Let's navigate to BIM 360. So we're here in 03. Now we have to see if 04 has been created. So you see here the project 04 has been created. Again, I need to click into the project. Then I have to add myself to be able to see if all the folders have been created. Click here, select. I'm giving myself the role module leader. And then I'm adding myself to the project. With refreshing, I'm now updating all the permissions. And here, if I navigate to document management, I'm seeing all these folders have been created. Here, I can also take a look if the permissions are added. In that case, I've seen that the roles have not been applied. This might happen in case there is no one in the project. Let's shortly just run the script again. Let's check again into BIM 360. I'm just refreshing the page here. And what I'm seeing now is that all the permissions have been updated. So again, just in case there is something missing or so, just feel free to execute the script again. Last but not least, I'd like to address some frequently asked questions. One is folder permissions. So if you assign a permission to the top folder, all subfolders will automatically inherit that permission. The folder naming, folders can be named individually. Folder levels, currently the script supports up to 3 folder levels.